RCA Victor and its dealers present Burr Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Hello, Hazel? Oh, hello, Jean. Jean, would you get me New York? Would you put a call through? New York. New York City, that's right. I want to talk to Bob Hope. 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 No, Hope. That's right. Yeah. Now tell him it's... Well, see if you can get through to him. I wanted to tell him about the show yesterday. It was certainly a nice show. Hello? Hello? Hello, this is... Hello? Hello? This is Kukla. No. Kukla! 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 No, K-U-K-L... Just a minute. Kukla! K-U-K-L-A. That's right. No, what? No, Kukla! Well, that's funny. I can hear you playing as a bell. Just as if you were in the next room. I said I can hear you playing as a bell. Plain as a bell. No, not Jane Bell. Plain as a bell. No. I can hear you. No, I'm not near you. I'm in Chicago. Chicago. No. Never mind. Jean? A New York operator? No, I want the Chicago operator. I want Jean. Oh, your name is Jean? Oh, no, I want the Jean here in Chicago. All right, I will. Can you hear me? You can? Well, why couldn't he hear me? Oh. Well, I'll see if I get a new connection. Oh, Jean? Oh, she's gone home? I don't blame her. Who? Oh, hello, Hazel. Hazel, I'm calling Bob Hope. Bob? Oh, I didn't mean to shout. No. You're in the next room. I'm calling Bob Hope. I want to tell him I enjoyed his television show yesterday. It was very nice. Oh, did you see it? It was real funny. B. Lily's very funny. Well, would you get him for me? Yeah, in New York. That's right. Hello? This is Kukla. What? I can't hear you. I can't hear... Well, I'm not shouting, but I can't hear you. No, this is Kukla. I'm fine. What? Oh, never mind. I'll write you a letter. Fran?
Yes?
Having a terrible time trying to...
What's the trouble?
I've been trying to call Mr. Hope.
Oh, to tell him about his show?
Yeah, but I couldn't get him. First time he couldn't hear me, and second time I couldn't hear him. I don't even know if it was him anyway.
Oh, what a shame. Maybe this might be he now.
Hello? Mr. New York operator? Who should he send the charges to? Well, never even got him!
No, you don't have to pay for it if you didn't talk.
I didn't talk to him. Well, I know I was on the phone 3 minutes, but he didn't talk. Oh, well.
You stick right by your guns. You don't have to pay for the call if you didn't talk.
Send it to Uncle Niles.
Oh. You'll be very happy, I'm sure.
Here, Aunt Cleo, maybe they'll pay for it.
It was a great show, wasn't it?
Wasn't it fine?
Didn't he look handsome?
Oh, yes. I thought it was a real fine show.
I thought so, too.
Yeah,
Liked every minute of it.
I like Miss Lily. Mr. Fairbanks was good. Everybody was good.
Dinah Shore, wasn't she lovely?
Oh, she has such a beautiful voice, doesn't she?
Sang so beautifully and looked so pretty.
Pretty girl. I used to know Dinah Shore.
You did?
Back in New York. Back in New York, when we worked in New York during the World's Fair.
Well, wonderful. I didn't know you knew her.
Yes, and she used to come out and sing at our show every so often.
Oh.
And one time she came out and I was doing a performance of Romeo and Juliet. So I was doing Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm. Was she Juliet?
No, she wasn't. She just came to watch.
Oh, I see.
She was singing, and then she came afterwards and watched me.
Oh, that's nice.
She was very nice.
Well, you ought to write her a little note.
And I told her that. I said, Daddy, you'll hit the big time sometime.
Is that what you told her?
Ah.
Well, I'm glad to see that your prophecy came true.
Yeah, well, she already had, see.
Oh.
I'm just making sure. But she really did, didn't she?
Yes, indeed.
Well...
Everything else go well with you over the weekend?
Just fine, yes.
You weren't in the parade yesterday, don't you?
No, I didn't get out yesterday.
Nor I.
But I had a very nice time.
That's good.
And, well, excuse me.
What did Ollie do?
Who?
Ollie.
Oh, Ollie? You don't know what he did.
He didn't call me. I thought maybe he'd call me over the weekend, but he didn't do it.
I don't know where he is. He was talking to Madame Ooglepuss this morning.
I want to thank you for your lovely flowers.
Hello,
Madame Ooglepuss.
How do you do? I'm awfully glad you're both here because I want to talk to you about something very important.
All right.
You know that the Metropolitan Opera Company is due here in Chicago very soon.
Yes, I knew that.
And we're going, you know that. Oh, yes, I already ordered some tickets. Well, now, I think it's only proper and right, since so many of our very dear friends are singing in the Metropolitan Opera, and so many of them do record for RCA Victor, that I thought it's only proper, after all, that you and I should get together and have a little lesson on opera. We should understand it before we go. Now, I don't believe that you folks have spent enough time. Well, we did Pinafore last week. Now, I know. But Pinafore is not grand opera. It's light opera. Very lovely, very charming, beautiful arias. Some of it very difficult to sing. But it's not the same as grand opera, and you should appreciate grand opera the way perhaps I do.
Well, I wish I did have the deep and wonderful appreciation of it you have.
Well, the only way that you can really appreciate it, my dear, is by singing like an opera singer. I've told you that for months and months.
Oh, well, Madame Ooglepuss, I couldn't do that.
Oh,
I do intend to read all I can about the different operas so that I'll be thoroughly aware of the story and all.
But how in the world, however in the world, can you hope to understand opera unless you can sing it or have some appreciation? Well, I don't think it's necessary to be able to sing like an opera star, but it helps. Well, it might help.
I suppose it would.
Especially a musical company like we are. We should be doing some of the finer things, you know. Well, we really should, you know. Last year we were going to do Carmen and we never got to it. I think it's very important, you know, and it's why the Metropolitan is starting its tour. It's going to Cleveland and Bloomington, St. Louis, Atlanta, Memphis, Minneapolis, Rochester, many wonderful places all over the country. So many wonderful stars, you know, Mr. Björling, Mr. Merrill, Miss Albanese, Mr. Warren, Miss Kirsten, Mr. Oh dear, what was that other name? Tagliavini? Oh, your Italian is so bad, my dear. That's why you should study more opera. You really should.
Well, I will, Madame Ooglepuss. I'll
make
a good, honest effort.
Yes, I will, too. Oh, it really doesn't matter, you know. They don't quite understand. You know, I'd like to explain, perhaps I would like to explain to some of you about the grand opera. It's so different. Now, you take a little song like, well, remember that wonderful little thing called Sing a Song of Sixpence? Charming little number. Now, let me sing it for you the way it was written as a charming little lyric, kind of a sweet little folk song sort of thing. Shall we try that, Mr. Fascinator? Now, this is not grand opera. Sing a song of sixpence, pocket full of rye, 420 blackbirds bake in the pie. When the fire was hoping, the birds began to sing. Want some better dainty dish to set before the king. Now you can readily see that would never carry in the Metropolitan Opera. It's a light, delightful little number, but nothing really dashing, nothing with bravado. It must, when you sing for opera, you must really use your voice, use your dramatic ability, and make your sweeping And really the kind that carry to the very last row in the gallery. Perhaps I should show you just a little something. It takes a little bit of zest, a little added, savoir-faire, shall we say, to really put the opera over it. Hold on just a minute, I'll be back. My dear, I want you to watch this.
I shall.
Come up here, dear, where I can talk to you.
Yes, certainly. Glad to.
Now, all one needs, now I'm going to take that very same aria, and I want you to watch how I'm going to do it.
Well, I shall. I'll watch.
Just a little costuming, a little different phrasing, and I want you to really understand it now, will you?
Well, almost anything you do will help it, or should.
You see? Just a touch.
Yes.
It has a touch, doesn't it?
Yes, you could say that,
A
I
real
guess.
touch, doesn't it?
Understatement of the year, but you could say it.
My dear, you know something? You're not really going to understand opera, I'm sure, but your friend Oliver is going to. He's been rehearsing with me all morning.
Well, I have that manuscript you gave me, and I've tried singing it upside down and right side up, and I seem to get not a great deal out of it.
Well, I want you to look it over.
Well, I shall.
Fascinato. Oh, well, a good singer doesn't really need it. Where is the king? Wherefore is the king? Tell me where the king is. The king is in the counting house, counting out his money. The queen is in a bar, eating bread and honey. And the maid was in the garden. All right, camera, sweep along with me. Taking on her clothes. When along came a little dicky bird. Please. When along came a little dicky bird. Is this the dicky bird that's in Titwillow? No, please, would you mind? Really? When along came a little dicky bird. Hello, dear. Do you mind? I'm singing an aria. Oh, that's fine. Is that what it is? Thought it was hailing again. Really? Yes, really. Say, you know where I was this noon? Where? At the pump room. Had a great time. Met Elsa. Whom? Elsa. From Lohengrin? No, from Maxwell. Elsa Maxwell? She met Elsa Maxwell? Oh, dear, I must quit. I'll be ostracized from parties if I don't. Oh, where are we? The maid. The maid. The maid was in the garden, hanging out her clothes. When along came a little dicky bird.
Well, friends, here we are, with our little flower pot all full of the choicest soil. Now, first of all, we must plant the little seed. Have you bought your seed yet? Well, if you haven't... Why don't you run right out and get your seeds now? That's what I'm going to do.
When along came a little... well, let's start from the maid again. The maid was in the garden. Sweet, sweet, hang, sweet. I forgot the lyrics. Hang out her clothes. When along came a little dicky bird. on the clothes, there came a little dicky bird. Sweetest little dicky bird. Sweetest little dicky bird. Ah, 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 Hello? Oh, no. No. No, never mind. Oh, I understand he's already gone to California. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Francis,
Yeah. Where have you been?
I've been practicing, my dear.
Oh,
You've heard of Robert Merrill, no doubt.
certainly. I bet Robert.
Did you know I have a voice almost identical to Robert Merrill?
No, Ollie, I never had thought of your voice and Robert Merrill's in the same category.
Oh, yes. Mr. Merrill and I are very much alike, actually. We have many tones that are quite similar.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3. And Mr. Merrill is a very fine singer, you know. He sings on RCA Victor Records. You know.
Oh, indeed, yes.
He's coming with the Metropolitan, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Madame Ooglepuss is telling me about it, and I thought it might be interesting right now, just for fun, just for the kicks, you know. We sort of maybe go through a little aria. I'd show you a little something that I've been learning. She's quite right about this business, you know.
You're going to do an aria for me?
I thought so. I want to get ready and get into costume and everything like that.
Well, Ollie, I'd be entranced to hear it.
Well, would you? It's a very wonderful thing. It's an aria that was, well, as a matter of fact, it's a little bit like, well, you'll see the resemblance to a modern song.
I will?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sort of an operatic version of Mule Train.
What?
Well, it's you'll see. It's from a Cavalleria Rusticana. Well, anyway, I want to do it for you. So would you?
Well, I want to hear it.
Why don't you sort of?
I'll just get a good seat. So
get a
I
good
can,
seat, yeah.
Really hear
And I'll
it.
let you know when we're going to start.
By all means.
Mm-hmm. At ease. All right, now you know what you're supposed to do. You bring up. Have you got the little 45? A wonderful little one that has a whole speaker and a golden throat and everything all in one. Okay, now I want to see it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ooh, it's a pretty one, isn't it? You can put 10 records on here, it'll change all by itself. All right, now you got it straight. Now take it downstairs. Hide it behind the curtain. All right. Now how about got the album? Good. Oh, it's so wonderful. Operatic Arias by Robert Merrill. Now I'm going to do the one from Cavalleria Rusticana. Oh, Rusticana. And it's and you put it on, see, when I give you the cue. And don't take it off till it's through. And you can help in the chorus now. Got that? But keep it behind the curtain. You know, the quality of these little 45 records is so wonderful that she won't know the difference. She'll think it's really me singing, and all the time it'll be a wonderful little 45 recording of Robert Merrill. She won't be able to tell the difference. The quality is just fabulous. And the wonderful thing about all these little 45 records is that they're available everywhere. Oh, well, there's things from Rigoletto and Otello and Pagliacci. Oh, Pagliacci. And the old Trovatore and Otello and a few others. Real wonderful ones in here. I'll take it downstairs. Don't breathe a word of it. I'll change my costume. I'll tell you when. Okay, put it on. All right, Fran, listen.
I will.
Il cavallo scalpita, i sonnai squillano, schiocchi la frustella. Soffia il vento gelido, canta l'acqua nei bicchi, come che cosa fa? Il cavallo scalpita, i sonnai squillano, schiocchi la frustella, schiocchi la frustella. Schiocchi la frustella, schiocchi la frustella. Oh, che bel mestiere, fare cavallettiere, andar di qua di là. Oh, che bel mestiere, fare cavallettiere, andar di qua di là, andar di qua di là. Giusta la frusta! Andar di qua di là. Giusta la frusta! Andar di qua di là, andar di qua di là. Aspetta a casa Lola.
Tui.
Bravo!
You take it off.
More. Go on, finish it.
What?
Oh, it was wonderful. Go on, sing some more.
You like to hear some more?
Oh, yes. Wouldn't you, Jack? More.
Yeah.
More.
Well, I know, but I don't want to.
Oh, go on. I had no idea that you were so alike.
You'd like to hear some more?
Oh, yes, indeed, I would. Who are you talking to?
Nothing, I just talking to
Well,
Cecil
sing, don't talk.
Be sure to have
If I could sing like that, I'd never talk. I'd just sing all the time.
Yeah, well,
You want to do more of this
I don't
party?
think I better do any more today.
Oh,
I
go
wouldn't want to make
ahead,
Bob
Ollie.
Merrill a little jealous, you know.
Oh, goodness.
Kind of upset
Robert
me.
Merrill would welcome good
Oh,
healthy
no,
competition. You go ahead. What was that?
Oh, nothing. Really.
Yes, it must have been something.
You'll excuse me, these feathers are just driving me mad. I think I better...
I'll take the hat off.
No, I better go downstairs.
Comes in 78 as well, Hmm. Sterling performance.
Just shows the quality of them. RCA Victor.
Why, certainly, you know, it never occurred to me that you didn't have a big orchestra here. I was so enchanted by your voice that I completely forgot about it. The setting was so wonderful that I was just carried away.
You were?
Oh, yes.
Oh. Pretty good gimmick, huh?
Certainly was.
I hope Bob won't be mad.
I don't think he would.
I saw that.
Did you?
He didn't fool me.
Oh, he did too, I'll bet.
Almost did, though.
Fooled me.
What are we going to do about that aria that you're supposed to do?
Kukla, I don't know. I can't make head or tail of it. Jack wrote some other words to it and thought maybe they might help me a little bit. And he said he thought a sort of rhythmic background might help.
Oh, maybe we could get the same orchestra that just played for Ollie Merrill.
Well, if you could just even get a reasonable facsimile.
Well, let me see what we've got.
Well, let me go and get my manuscript.
All right. Oh, and listen, I'll tell Madame Ooglepuss so she'll be sure to listen.
You better not tell her. Let me see how it goes first.
Oh, all right.
This is what she wrote for me.
Fletch, how'd you like to help out?
I'm planting some seeds.
Oh, come on, Fletch.
Hello there.
Hello, Fletcher. How's your garden doing?
Well, would you like me to tell you?
Yes.
Mary, quite contrary. How does my garden grow? It doesn't.
Where's my brush?
Get the brush by all means. You ready, Jack?
All set.
Fine.
Does this look good, Nani? Think is that all right?
Looks fine to me.
Tommy, is that all right? Yes, that's all right.
Contact?
Contact.
Soleil, labra, soleil, à labrador, tutte, dolce, dolce è dell'amor, bacio, mio tesoro, al mio cor, di altro affetto, bacio, the mio mio, no tardare, I bacio, I bought you very fancy candle, labra, soleil, a labrador, tutte, dolce, sempre assite d'appresso, sulle labbra, dolce, bacio. Thank you.
I like that much better than the way she
Some
does
opera, isn't it?
Well, say, yes, indeed. Is that an opera?
Well, it was supposed to be. Jack just worked on it a little
Well,
bit.
good for you. You get the gong.
Oh. We already had that.
Oh, Fletcher, honey. He isn't himself since he hasn't been able to do the
I
gardening.
know, and I'm so sorry that it's worked out that way.
It kind of bothers me a little.
Well, it does me a little,
I
too.
wish we could give him a little more
Not
time.
enough so that I want to listen to the lecture, though.
Me either, not at all. Maybe we can help him one day this week.
Well, we'll make a good, honest effort. I'll listen to half of it if you listen to half of it.
All right. Hope it's nice when we get out tonight.
I hope so, too. Hail was quite a thing, wasn't it?
Really coming down hard here in Chicago. Well, I suppose if it rains enough, though, we'll have just that much prettier a spring.
I hope that'll be the way it'll work out.
I hope so.
Might.
Pretty dress you got on.
Thank you very much.
Well, I want you to sing a song now for me, dear. I want to listen. Well, Madam Ooglepuss, really, there isn't a great deal of time left today, and...
I didn't learn it very well.
Well, my dear, perhaps you need a little help and a little coaching. I'd be glad to stay after the show and work with you for a little while. We have a date. Well, perhaps some other night, then.
It's any other night.
Oh, grand. Well, I'll be around. Don't forget, I'll see you at the opera.
Yeah.
You cunning little mouse.
What?
Oh, she's just being affectionate, I think.
That's
Do you like the way I stepped in there?
Yes.
I said we have a date. We don't have a date at all.
Couldn't we, though?
I'd kind of like to go and see Lena Horn tonight. Wouldn't it be kind of fun?
I'd love to.
Shall we do that?
Yes, we'll go and do that.
And, shall we ask
Well, let's ask Ollie.
Mr. Merrill?
You can just call me Oliver.
Oh.
We're going out. Would you like to go out with us?
You bet. I think that'd be fun.
All right.
Shall we start right away? I must wear a hat because the rain might ruin the wave in my hair.
Yes, I wouldn't have that happen for anything in the world.
Me either. Well, meanwhile, remember, in television...
It's RCA.
Victor.
This is Bert Tillstrom. I want to thank you on behalf of Kukla and Ollie and all the Kuklapolitan characters.
RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in television, first in recorded music. Get your RCA Victor 45 records now at your dealers. Kukla, Fran and Ollie came to you from Chicago.
NBC Television.